Hey everybody, welcome to yet another edition of the Pre-Post Show. Let's check out the trailer for John Travolta's 2016 film, I Am Wrath.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Hannibal classics.
You guys are going to love this trailer.
I'm already in love
I'm
with it.
stoked. Patriot Pictures.
Oh, hell yeah. Patriotism,
whoa.
bro.
You guys didn't tell me it was Patriot fucking Pictures making this fucking movie.
Father, for I have sinned.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have indeed.
What did he say?
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Oh, no.
Is that not the action movie trope of all time?
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
I've done bad
I have
things.
killed 128 people in my quest for revenge.
Maybe it's time just to cash in your chips, head south and stay.
Cash in your chips. There's another poker
Hey,
reference.
look, you gotta cash in your chips.
Let's whisper all our
Look,
lines.
you're an over-the-hill cop. What do you have left to prove? The one case that got away.
Oh, yeah.
Hey there. I'm not running.
Wow, a literal dumpster fire. I love it. How symbolic.
At least this movie knows what it is.
Do you think that Vivian died because of the things I did? I want justice.
You want vengeance.
His hair looks terrible.
Cut this state's
I think it's probably because Travolta is now bald,
Just back off, okay?
Yeah, so they just
and they're having to put a piece on him.
just let him be bald. Oh shit! Just stab that bitch. No!
I'm getting revenge.
I've got
time
my-
to break
look
out
at-
my fucking
This is another trope in these action movies.
yeah,
is
like the hidden arsenal.
Yeah,
in
I've got the kit that I never thought I'd touch this again.
So this is like a kind of a lame John Wick-esque kind of like ripoff
Yes.
thing. You know, it's just like, I'm out for revenge now. Like, I'm a super badass, but I've restrained myself for law and order or whatever
Yep.
bullshit moral reasons.
I've changed my ways. I've become a productive member of society, but then something happens, and I've got to bust my wall open and get my death kit out.
Yep.
Should remind us that we need to stay vigilant.
The man who killed my wife is walking out here like it's a joke, like it's nothing. Vandalism, car theft, you name it. Crime is down. That's not our business.
I want the heads!
The whole file's on ice. Yeah, well, it better stay that way.
I mean, it's just
So basically, just like us, this was assembled from cutting apart other action
Yes.
scripts and gluing all the lines together.
the file is sealed. He's got a secret kit. He goes to confession.
Can we fit in some more cliches into this, please?
This got like the easiest possible movie to make, dude.
I gotta take care of some
It
business
literally
tonight.
requires no creativity.
Call me.
Dude, John Travolta is a fucking badass.
The strip club shootout, another trope.
He literally has I Am Wrath tattooed to his back.
Yes, he does.
I love this fucking cheap-ass little stencil font they used here.
Yeah.
What is that? Biblical?
Book of Jeremiah.
Wow.
John Travolta.
Man, don't mess with John Travolta.
You know what? I will say this. John Travolta is like, it's like Steven Seagal has sunk pretty low, but John Travolta is a little bit above him still. Because, like,
Oh, yeah.
the ones he's in are like these movies, but even worse. Like,
Oh,
this
well,
one-
let's...
this
I mean,
one-
we could do a basis of comparison on that.
Because let me tell you, like, I'm not saying it's a huge edge, but I'm saying it's a slight edge. Because, like, Lionsgate and other big studios will still kind of touch Travolta. Like, he'll still be in some big budget stuff.
I don't know. Some of these
been a
newer
while.
fucking action movies like that, they're at least, for my buck, every bit as bad as a fucking shitty older one. They're
No, they're not great. I'm not
they're
I'm not saying.
unwatchable though.
No, they're really not.
I guarantee
watchable.
you that movie right there would have you rolling your eyes so hard you probably make it through
I
20
couldn't-
minutes
I
of
couldn't
it.
watch that movie, dude. I'm not.
It's just you just know
When I-
it's
when
gonna
I-
be shit
when I
all
was
the way
younger,
through.
when I was younger, I could watch shit like that and just be like, oh, whatever. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. What's the latest Steven Seagal movie you can find? You see what I mean?
That body looked ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like the low rent version of what we just saw.
More gambling,
In a city full of crime.
more dark bars.
Look, you're not a cop anymore.
Is that Ja Rule?
It's DMX.
DMX. Sorry.
The kid is in a lot of trouble. You sure about that?
He's so fat.
Go back!
Hold on.
No,
Don't worry. So huge.
No, dude, you gotta go back to that all scene.
No, you'll see more. You'll see more of them. Check out.
I didn't even hear him.
Doesn't matter. Kind of seems like he's barely in this.
DMX.
Wow, listen to this announcer voice. Steven Seagal. DMX.
Beyond the law.
Wow. Hold on. Let's take a look at that again.
It was so bad. It just had muscle flashes.
Beyond the law.
Slow it down. Slow it down.
I can't slow it down.
You can't slow it down. Oh,
It's not on YouTube.
Oh, dude, that looks so awful. The gun just flails about, becomes like
These
CGI.
Man, who are they making these for, man? Who's consuming this shit?
Now, you see what I said. Now, which one would you rather watch between I Am Wrath and that one?
It would be hard to choose, honestly, for me.
I
They're both going to be pretty equally fucking shit. They look like the same movie.
But the quality, I'd say, is a little bit higher on I Am Wrath.
It is.
A little bit.
I mean, like,
You have to, yeah.
Depends on how you define quality. Are the cameras better?
Yes,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. The
But
production value.
Everything else is exactly the
Yeah,
same.
I agree with the plot paper thin. The character's non-existent. You're not. That's the kind of movie you can watch and not know the main character's name. You know what I mean? Like, what was his name again?
Yeah. At least you know that in the Travolta movie, his name is Wrath.
Yeah, I guess so.
He is
yeah,
Wrath.
it lets you know.
That problem has been solved.
I've done a lot of things.
The CIA drone cut the fat. Oh God! Look at him. Oh God!
I'm done.
You are done. You've been done.
A special company for me. It's about what's right in the world.
Dude, at least
We're starting
Arnold
our first
Stallone
operation.
stayed ripped.
Dark
Dude, you
web
know what
is
I
where
mean?
anonymous buyers use cryptocurrencies to buy guns, drugs, and organs. All
Organs?
anonymous, all untraceable.
Give me some
James,
organs.
Checking signals.
My game's on, guys.
Time to save the world.
Heroes. Without borders. Steven Seagal.
Merry Christmas, mother.
General Commander.
Now, this one I would say is about the same as I Am Wrath. I would say the quality.
They like to end these movies
Yeah,
with
with-
him
with-
making a kill.
Yeah, they did that in all three of these trailers. You got to end with some kind of like, I bested you in combat, now I cut you, you
Yeah,
dead.
Then he made a kill.
We
You
have
killed
to
him.
watch one of these kind of bad movies, dude, because like I guarantee you, what with Steven Seagal, I've watched him before. He's in maybe 15 minutes of these movies generally.
Yeah, I mean, like you could tell from the trailer that he ain't in that much.
Yeah, he's not in much of it. It's
So basically, they just get his fat ass for whatever fucking name. Like, I guess there's some kind of like value. So there's someone still checking out what Steven Seagal's
what'll happen
doing.
a lot is for some reason they like to do like phone calls with him. It's like call the base or whatever, and he'll be all like, "Look, the mission is on. You guys must go to the extraction point and take care of the target."
Steven Seagal's fat ass fucking waddles onto the set.
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna do some karate.
you know what he'll show up too. Like sometimes like they'll kill him off or he's dead. So then he's alive at the end, and he'll like beat the shit out of a couple dudes that come at him like, you know?
I guarantee you all of these movies that we're talking about have a "this is a suicide mission" expository conversation. I guarantee you,
yeah.
you're fucking insane if you go in there, man. It's a suicide mission.
we
Guaranteed. It's in
we gotta-
all three of these movies.
we
Guaranteed.
gotta go. Even if we
Going
die.
anyway. Because I'm Wrath.
That's probably exactly what.
I think I'd still rather
Are
of
you
those
reading the
movies.
script, Paul? Are you reading the script?
I think
for
I'd
us?
rather go see I Am Wrath because Steven Seagal. I just can't. I don't feel like I want to look at him that long.
Well, you might want to watch fucking the one we covered in the previous pre-post show, then The Fanatic, because you might be done with Travolta after that just as much as you are with
Well,
fucking...
I don't know. He's got a long way to catch up for me to be as done with him
Oh,
as I am with
he'll do
Seagal.
it all. He runs a marathon in
He
that
does.
movie to
All
catch
right, I'll
up.
check it out.
Trust me. If you haven't had enough fucking John Travolta after that movie, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, man.
You'll never get enough.
I think he needs to call up Tarantino again. To be like, please.
They have the gall to reference a Tarantino movie in that movie.
No.
He does a scene where he's singing the look back on the track, but like a retarded guy doing it, like the fucking opening to Reservoir Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
He pours gasoline all over the dude and calls him Mr. White. Like he had the gall to reference a Tarantino movie in a movie that Quentin Tarantino probably I can't even imagine. I'd love to sit down and watch that movie with Quentin Tarantino. I think that would be fun. To show him what he did, because he unleashed this shit. John Travolta had retreated with disco, basically, into the annals of fucking Hollywood history, and then here comes fucking dumbass fucking Tarantino dragging his corpse out of the ground and making him cool again, and now we have I Am Wrath.
Oops.
It's basically a Tarantino joint at this point.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to argue he did not totally revive his career. I mean, at that point, like I think he didn't make shit to do the movie. It just was like, I got to try to get this work with this hot director and get back on top, and it fucking worked.
It's just weird to me that Travolta, I guess it just shows you how much like the script and director matter, because Travolta's really good in that movie.
Oh, yeah, Pulp Fiction? Oh, yeah, he's great.
Like he's legitimately gives a great acting performance in that movie. But
I mean, he's been good in things before. Like he was good in that OJ show.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like it just seems like John Travolta is one of those actors. Like if you get like the right script and the right team around him, and he's prepared right, like he's really good in whatever his role is. But if you don't, it's kind of just like he shows up and kind of does it himself.
I mean, he's signing on for some really shitty scripts and some really and he's like, it's one of those catch-22 things, because I'm sure he's doing it because he needs the money to maintain his lifestyle and shit. But isn't he also just absolutely tarnishing his reputation in Hollywood?
Oh,
doing
God.
all that?
Yeah, completely.
You know what I mean? So it's like now he's no longer the cool guy that was in Pulp Fiction. So if he'd waited 4 or 5 years, he'd probably land another giant role. You know what I mean? But nobody's looking to put Travolta in something big now.
So him, Nicolas Cage. And he was on top, and then you got all the tax trouble. It's like, well, I got to say yes to work. I got to make money. And then just makes total shit for the most part. I mean, he's made some good movies, in that time period too. But it's almost been like the fucking luck of the draw.
I mean, everything I'm looking at about his net worth says his net worth's around $170 million. So there's no way he needs money to do this.
Well, that's his net worth is $170 million, but that doesn't include all his fucking liabilities and shit.
Yeah,
and maintaining all of that shit.
That's what I'm saying. He needs serious cash flow, so he probably has to do these movies, like you said, just to fucking.
I mean, I don't know who knows exactly what his financial predicament is, but net worth is supposed to subtract like debts and stuff.
Yeah, it does.
So
I don't know then what's the excuse?
Maintaining that lifestyle, dude.
I'm assuming
he owns a jet. He owns like a lot of properties and shit. I mean, that's.
But there's no way he ain't paying for that. He's paying for that on residuals from shit he already did. He ain't fucking these movies that he's doing
he's
now.
He's got $170 million liquid. He's just paying for that on the fucking interest from that.
I mean, he has $170 million worth of assets.
Yeah.
So that's money, and
well,
that's
there
his
you
jet,
go.
and that's all this stuff he's got.
If that's true, then I guess.
So maybe he needs money to fuel his jet and all that.
He's got to maintain that lifestyle.
Sell it. I don't know. I honestly think that it just comes down to he's done. No one in Hollywood wants him for any big movie anymore because he doesn't. They're just like, fuck Travolta.
And they've not only that, but they've just seen him be so bad.
Right. So he's just like, now I think he just fucking does it because he wants to work, but the only jobs he can get is like I Am Wrath and shit. And he probably honestly, like, it seems like there's a lot of delusion that goes into it, because it's like he put a lot of fucking time and his time and money and energy into that Gotti movie, which is apparently awful from what I understand.
Oh, it's unwatchable.
I've not even tried to watch it.
Dude, as soon as you see his portrayal, like hear him being Gotti, which is, I think the movie starts with it.
Yeah, it's like a monologue in the beginning, right?
And yeah, he's like, the trope of like, as far back as I can remember, I wanted to be a gangster, but it's the Travolta being John Gotti. He's like, we didn't know what we was creating. I can't even do it. It's the most horrible. You have to hear his Gotti accent.
All right, hold on.
All you need to hear to know that movie is going to be horrible. I think that's one of the problems with Travolta, is that they ask him to go too far out of his fucking wheelhouse.
Totally.
Well, Travolta, that was his little pet project, though, so that you can't blame no one. I mean, he's to blame for that.
Well, yeah, but I think in that case, sure. But I think a lot of times, like, Paul's right. A lot of times he does stuff that's out of his range as an actor. He just can't pull it off.
He just can't do it. He doesn't have the gravitas to be fucking John Gotti. He just doesn't. He can't do it. There are probably a lot of actors that could have done it.
Dad, I'm thinking maybe take a year off.
You want to hang out with me?
I can't find a fucking.
Look at that.
I
fucking
can't
face.
find just like a clip of him just being Gotti. It's all this stupid shit.
Well, right there. Go back to that page.
Yeah, what's up?
There was like a clip of just a scene from it or whatever the
Oops,
fuck.
Sorry. God damn it. Which one?
All right, prison clip.
That's
No.
the one I just played, and it was a fucking montage with all this stupid music and shit over
Oh,
it.
look at the selected scene then.
All right.
Oh no, wait, this is some fucking.
We also requested
It's for
that
another
set
dude in the
and a
movie. Never
reasonable-
mind.
Yeah, no one even.
Maybe he's
you
just
can't-
burying his
you
performance.
can't even find it.
Scroll down. Let's see.
Hold on. I mean, I looked. It's like, and then there's a bunch of like shit from the HBO movie Gotti.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. I mean, no one just. Why would anyone clip up a fucking shit movie? You know what I mean? No one's fucking going, hey, remember that scene in Gotti? No one cares.
I'm telling you, man.
It's
was,
actually easier to find scenes of other people.
Is the problem with these types of movies is that you can immediately tell what it's trying to be,
Yes.
and you know that it's never going to even come close to what it's trying to be.
Hey, remember Casino and Goodfellas and all these other gangster movies you liked? Yeah, it's not that.
Right.
It's like- and you're like, eh.
it really is. It's trying to be a Scorsese gangster movie. It's trying so hard to be a Scorsese movie. And you can just tell that it didn't have any ideas of its own, and it just lifted all the tropes from that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of movies have
It's
done
the same thing with these action movies, right? You're looking at it and you're like, oh, yeah, it's trying to be fucking, Demolition Man or, some fucking action movie that was actually cool that
Usually from the
originated-
90s.
originated a lot of these fucking ideas.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Like in a lot of genres, there'll be a big breakout movie. Like the recent one for action was John Wick, and then a lot of movies have just
Right.
like, oh man, now we gotta fucking go and ape John. Now we gotta fucking copy John Wick.
A lot of those movies did look a lot like, it's just a John Wick story.
One chick, yeah.
And the reason people like those movies so much is because they really did a return to just greater, physicality with the action and the long shots. Like I mean, such a bad action trope for so long was like the action you couldn't. It
The
was
jump cut.
Yeah, you couldn't fucking follow it.
Yeah, too many jump cuts, too much bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, well, and that's a huge problem with action. Because the reason they do that is because the choreography in the movie sucks. So it's like, okay, we have to try to make this look interesting. So we're gonna have 50,000
Dude,
cuts.
You know, my favorite example of that is just watching how many cuts it took to make it look like Liam Neeson went over that fence
Oh my god.
in
What's that movie?
the revenge movies, the stupid
Taken?
Oh, yeah.
Taken.
Yeah.
You ever see? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, somebody referenced it in a review of Taken that I saw,
It's yeah.
and I've seen.
Oh, here's the fence jump scene
Yeah.
for 10 hours here. All right, so just like
Yeah,
10 hours
This
of
is
the fence
famous.
jump.
This is famously bad.
yeah. Just
at
look at
this.
this. Look at these cuts. I mean, like, it's just
Look at Liam Neeson on the ground, dude.
like
13 cuts.
Get a stunt guy for fuck's sake. That's 6 seconds. You see how many cuts there were in 6 seconds there?
What the fuck is that?
All right, let's see if I can even count. It's probably going too fast.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fuck! It's like
10, 11, 12. I counted 12 cuts.
In 6 seconds.
So it's every half second it's a new cut.
I feel like Scotty put one where there wasn't one. So let me just do that again.
bullshit, dude.
There's at least 11.
There's-
There's at least
there's
11 or
12.
12.
Yeah, there's 12. I think there's like 12 or 13.
It's crazy.
That's fucking.
And that's in 6 seconds to try to create the illusion of Liam Neeson. What? Hire a fucking stunt guy, slap a Liam Neeson fucking suit on him or wig or whatever, and toss his ass over the fence.
Or cast somebody who's physically capable of hopping a fence without 12 cuts.
yeah.
That's a possibility in these movies too.
It's just because, look, with the first Taken, Liam Neeson could still kind of do the stuff. Yeah, this is Taken 3. Like,
It's Taken 3.
the first Taken, he could kind of, like, still keep it up. Like, yeah, I can do this stuff. Yeah, by the time they made Taken 3...
Look, the only thing that made the first Taken kind of cool, and I emphasize kind of because I never really
it's-
liked it that much.
It's mediocre.
Like
I
the
like
scene,
it.
the scene that people remember from that movie is not Liam Neeson's tremendous physicality in the
It's
role.
it's the call.
It's the, I will hunt you down. I have a particular set of skills. That's the shit he did
Right.
well. And he did the fucking bang bang I shoot you shit all right too, but he wasn't even then it wasn't like he was jumping fences and shit.
No, it wasn't that kind of movie.
Right. I mean, so it's like just don't do that or don't put that in the movie or hire a stuntman or do something else or have him shoot his way through the fence or something. I don't know. Hideously bad.
Put a
though.
gate in the fence and let him go through.
Yeah.
What's that?
Have him shoot the fucking chain around the fence and knock it down or something.
Well,
I don't
Liam
know.
Neeson
Anything. Other
Liam
than
Neeson
that.
needs to realize it's like what's that Clint Eastwood movie? Like Blood Work. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, blood work.
Yeah, like he needs to do some shit like that where it's like I'm too fucking old for this shit.
Didn't
dude.
he have like a horrible car accident or something? He was out of commission for a while.
I don't know.
I think I remember that from
Maybe.
a couple years ago.
Maybe.
He's just probably
Yeah, they-
not in the condition to jump a fence anymore.
Yeah.
So don't make him do it. Or don't make him
Or don't
do
cast
whatever the
him.
hell he did.
Yeah, Liam
create
Neeson's a
that.
good
Don't
enough
make
actor.
Taken 3.
Yeah, now he makes a lot of those like thriller movies. It's like he gets on the plane and some bad crazy shit happens. You know, like he's in a lot of those kind of movies.
Yeah, I don't
think
know,
it's a
man.
little niche.
I mean, the original Taken was okay, but I really don't like Liam Neeson action star, you know? What
I
the
mean,
fuck is he even doing anymore?
Old Liam Neeson, dude.
Is he even doing anything these days?
Going to Star Wars conventions as Qui-Gon probably a lot.
I mean, that pays well.
He does a good Qui-Gon cosplay.
Oh,
I hear.
he's got all kinds of movies in pre-production.
So he's making a bunch.
He's doing Honest Thief, The Minuteman, Made in Italy, The Ice Road, Charlie Johnson in the Flames, and Marlowe, all in pre-production.
Damn, Liam Neeson's become one of those guys. Like, just
So he's
give
got
me,
like 9 movies
gi-
coming out.
Give me the movie. Give me the movie. Give me the movie. Give me the movie.
Jesus.
Give me the movie. Give me the movie. Just give me another movie. Come on.
All right, guess how many movies he put out in 2019?
15.
I'm gonna
15.
Say like,
Okay,
I'm gonna
calm
say
down.
I'm gonna say like 6 movies.
15, dude.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 movies. Got 4 movies in 2019.
I'm disappointed in Liam Neeson, dude.
It looks like he averages about 4 movies a year. Well, 2017 he had 5. 2016, oh shit, he had like 6.
He must just have it clocked. I have to do this many movies a year to, stay
To make
rich
whatever
as fuck.
money I need and shit. But I feel like, let's see. Are any of these actually like big budget blockbuster kind of shit? Or is this all just like kind of direct to VOD kind of bullshit?
I mean, you have to suspect at least some of those are.
A bank robber tries to turn himself in because he's falling in love and wants to live an honest life. But when he realizes the feds are more corrupt than him, he must fight back to clear his name? Does that plot make sense?
No.
No, not at all. What's
Huh?
So he's a bank robber, and he goes to turn himself in, but he finds out that the cops are corrupt, and so he becomes
like a vigilante?
a vigilante against
Yeah.
the cops.
But he's on a quest to clear his name, but his name's not clear because he's guilty of robbing the banks.
Yeah, and turning yourself in doesn't really clear your name if you're a bank robber. You're kind of always known as the guy that robbed banks.
Yeah.
I don't really understand it,
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
but it does sound like fertile ground for that kind of movie where it's just like, I
right.
promised I would never do
So
this again.
That one is called Honest Thief. He's also going to be in The Minuteman. A rancher on the Arizona border becomes the unlikely defender of a young Mexican boy desperately fleeing the cartel assassins who pursued him into the U.S.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a Western for a second, but it's not. It's a modern-day movie.
All right, so then he's going to be in Made in Italy, a bohemian artist who travels from London to Italy with his estranged son to sell the house they inherited from his late wife. Sounds riveting. The Ice Road. After a remote diamond mine collapse in the far northern regions of Canada, an ice driver leads an impossible rescue mission over a frozen ocean to save the lives of trapped miners, despite thawing waters and a threat they never see coming.
Yeah, boo.
Yeah, I will see none of these movies.
Charlie Johnson in the Flames, a political thriller about an American journalist who travels to Africa to hunt down a murderous colonel and bring him to justice. And then, finally, he's going to be in Marlowe, as bad business and loneliness is taking its toll on private detective Philip Marlowe. A beautiful blonde arrives to ask him to find her ex-lover, which proves to be just a small part in a bigger mystery.
What the fuck is this shit, dude?
I don't know, dude.
Liam Neeson's career for this year. basically.
Yeah, that's every movie that Liam Neeson was like, yep.
TJ, can you like play a toilet flushing sound?
That's what Liam Neeson
sound of
will
Liam
be up
Neeson's
to.
career, dude.
Liam Neeson in 2020 will be making those exciting properties. Yep, there it goes.
It was a beautiful career, wasn't it, Liam? It was beautiful while it lasted.
He needs to call the fucking. He needs to call the people who've stolen his career.
Like, don't they get bored making these same kind of things?
I think it's just like every fucking one
Like
of those synopsises.
A script hits his desk. He's like, okay, yeah. Like, what's the premise? What's the basic premise? Oh, guy out for revenge? Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, man, that sounds like a real...
Oh, I'm an ice road trucker that's got to go save some miners from a diamond mine in Canada, but the ice is melting. Sure, yeah, sounds great. Sounds like an amazing movie.
It's like, what
I'm
fuck?
Detective Philip Marlowe, but then a hot blonde comes in with a fucking problem. Oh, that wasn't fucking done in the 20s. Fuck me. Yeah, that sounds great.
And I just looked this up. Liam Neeson has a net worth of $85 million. So it's like, yet again, another guy who's super loaded, but still just making total shit movies.
Liam Neeson needs to fucking realize where the real money is and go get himself on one of these fucking, episodic fucking TV shows that are streaming on Netflix.
Yeah, no
or
shit.
Disney
He needs to
Plus
make
or something.
Taken 8.
Taking it.
How about you just
he's
make-
on a hover round in this
How about
one.
this? Taken the series, dude. Yeah, just make it an ongoing fucking thing. Every week a new
just a
Taken
recurring
adventure.
thing. Every episode, his daughter is kidnapped.
And
he's
every
gotta save
episode,
her.
by the end, he saves her
Right.
again. You know?
I won't lose you this time.
That would be at least an interesting exercise in exploring what you can do with that stupid trope of a story.
Yeah, Why
You
not?
know?
Why
Yeah.
not, man?
Instead of just making the same movie over and over and over and over and over
I
again.
agree 100% with whatever gibberish you're fucking spouting, Paul.
Thank you, TJ.
I think you're
appreciate
right,
that.
TJ. I think
That's
a lot
some
of
beautiful, solid gold gibberish.
a lot of these older actors don't just see the utility of that. They're like, no, I want to be in movies. Like, nah, dude, episodic TV is where it's at.
movies suck now, and
For the most part, yeah.
yeah, I mean, it seems like they're just making mountains and mountains of garbage that I don't know who's watching it.
A lot
But
of
it
people,
ain't me.
apparently.
Apparently, it's Paul sitting there watching the fucking the Fanatic and shit.
I mean, that movie does not fit this trope.
Did you pay to watch The Fanatic?
No.
Okay, good.
No. It's,
Yeah, it's on Prime or whatever.
Yeah, it's on Prime, I think. It's either on Prime or one of the other channels already have.
Yeah. Because I can't imagine you paying like $3.99 to watch that.
No. No way. Not going to happen. But, if it's relatively free, I'll click on it and give it a chance. And I watched the whole thing, so I got to give it that.
Yeah, you didn't even finish Dolomite Is My Name, so yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was just bored with Dolomite Is My Name. I guess it didn't bore me. There's something positive about the
I was
Fanatic.
going to say, yeah, if you finish a movie, you at least have some investment in the movie.
At
if you
parts
finish
it did bore me, but, then something ridiculously inexplicable would happen and, was no longer bored.
Just gotta wait a few years, TJ and Paul will be like, Fanatic, underrated classic.
You guys got to watch The Fanatic. You got to see. You
See,
at least
dude?
got to see it. You got to see.
I think Paul liked it, dude.
He loved it, dude.
I think
Underrated
Paul liked the
classic.
movie.
Underrated classic.
No, I wouldn't say I liked it.
Paul's gonna be making a fucking case at first I thought it was really insulting his portrayal of
I'm
an
just saying-
autistic person, but
Travolta playing a retarded guy is a must-see thing. You got even if the movie itself is total shit, you have to see Travolta's Forrest Gump.
This isn't a treat. It's not sweet.
Dude, let's just do
Taste it. Taste it.
Let's
Yeah.
get the movie and just edit all the other characters out and just make it except the scenes where they're in with Travolta.
I mean,
And
that's
just the
basically
movie.
this movie. There's very few scenes in this movie that Travolta is not in, or that he doesn't insinuate himself into after it's established that two other people.
Yeah,
are
so if
doing
it's like
something.
10 or 15 minutes, you cut that part out, and it's just him being a retard for like an hour and a half or whatever it is, an hour and 20 minutes.
You could try and find a retarded supercut of the movie, but it's really not needed. It's basically what it is. It's basically a supercut of really bad Travolta scenes, one after the next, after the next, after the next.
I like it. I think it's a masterpiece. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in to this pre-post show. We will see you motherfuckers next time. Bye.
See ya.